The short SC.1 was the first British fixed-wing vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. The SC.1 was designed to study the problems with VTOL flight and the transition to and from forward flight. Design and development. The SC.1 was designed to meet a Ministry of Supply request for tender for a vertical takeoff research aircraft issued in September 1953. The design was accepted by the Ministry and a contract was placed for 2 aircraft to meet specification R143D dated 15 October 1954. The SC.1 was a single-seat low-wing tailless delta-wing aircraft of approximately 8,000 pounds all-up weight. It was powered by 4 vertically mounted, lightweight Rolls-Royce RB108 lift engines providing a total vertical thrust of 8,600 pounds and 1 RB108 cruise engine in the rear to provide thrust for forward flight. The lift engines were mounted vertically in side-by-side pairs in a central bay so that their resultant thrust line passed close to the center of gravity of the aircraft. These pairs of engines could be swiveled about transverse axes. They were therefore able to produce vectored thrust for acceleration, deceleration, along the aircraft's longitudinal axis. Bleeds from the 4 lift engines powered variable nose, tail and wing tip jets providing pitch, roll and yaw control at low speeds. When there was insufficient airflow over the control surfaces for conventional control, fuel tanks were located along the wing leading edges and in-bag tanks fitted between the main wing spars. The SC.1 was also equipped with the first fly-by-wire control system for a VTOL aircraft. This permitted 3 modes of control of the aerodynamic surfaces or the nozzle controls. Aerodynamic surfaces and air-jet nozzles controlled electrically via 3 independent servo motors in conjunction with 3 auto-stabilizer control systems. Hybrid mode, in which the nozzles were controlled by servo, auto-stabilizer and the aerodynamic surfaces were linked directly to the manual controls. Direct mode, in which all controls were linked to the control stick. Modes 1 and 2 were selected on the ground whenever the auto-stabilizer was in use. The pilot had an emergency override lever available with which to revert to direct control mode in flight. The outputs from the 3 control systems were compared and a majority rule enforced, ensuring that a failure in a single system was overridden by the other 2 systems. Any failure in a fly-by-wire pathway was indicated to the pilot as a warning, which he could either choose to ignore or respond to by switching to direct control. In common with other VTOL aircraft, the short SC.1 suffered from vertical thrust loss due to the ground effect. Research into this on-scale models suggested that for the SC.1 these losses would be between 15% and 20% at undercarriage height. Fixed undercarriage legs were designed specifically for vertical flight with each leg carrying a pair of castering wheels. Long stroke oleos were used to cushion vertical landings. The robust gear was able to withstand a descent rate of 18 feet per second. Testing. Constructed at Short's Belfast factory in Northern Ireland, the SC.1 first undertook initial engine runs at this facility. After being transported by sea to England, the prototype was delivered to the Royal Aircraft Establishment at Boscombe Down. The first conventional takeoff and landing flight was made on the 2nd of April 1957. Just over a year later, the second prototype made the first tethered vertical flight was made on the 26th of May 1958, followed on the 25th of October of that year by the first free vertical flight. The first in-flight transition was made on the 6th of April 1960. The SC.1 was shown at the Farnborough Air Show in 1958 and 1960 and the Paris Air Show in 1961. Due to a malfunction of the controls, the second test aircraft crashed in Belfast on the 2nd of October 1963, killing the pilot, J.R. Green. The aircraft itself was rebuilt for further testing. The SC.1 flew for over 10 years. providing a great deal of data that influenced later design concepts such as the puffer jet controls on the Hawker Siddeley P1127, the precursor of the Hawker Siddeley Harrier. The work relating to vertical takeoff and landing techniques was also invaluable. The first SC.1 was used until 1971 for VTOL research and is now part of the Science Museum's aircraft collection at South Kensington, London. The second SC.1 can be seen at the Flight Experience exhibit at the Ulster Folk and Transport Museum, Coultra, Northern Ireland. Operators, United Kingdom Royal Aircraft Establishment. Specifications. Data from Barnes and James Chapter 1989 p. 465, Lean and Chin, Ministry of Aviation Research Paper 1965. General characteristics. Crew. 1. Length, 25 feet 6 inches. Wingspan, 23 feet 6 inches. Height, 10 feet 8 in. Wing area, 211.5 square feet. Airfoil, NACA0010. Aspect ratio, 2.611. Empty weight, 6,260 pounds, 8,050 pounds. Loaded weight, 7,700 pounds. Power plant, times, power plant. Lift, 4 times Rolls-Royce RB108 turbojets, 2,130 lbf each. Forward flight, 1 times Rolls-Royce RB108 turbojets, 2,130 lbf. Performance. Maximum speed, 246 miles per hour. Range, 150 miles. Service ceiling, 8,000 feet. Rate of climb, 700 feet per minute. Wing loading, 38.1 pounds, feet 2. Thrust weight, 0.265, 1.11.